Right, story time. So I used to work for this corporate practice. This is about 8 years ago. And I remember seeing this patient for the first time, a patient that had been attending that practice for a while. And I went through his history before I saw him. And he had missed quite a lot of appointments. But he was still seen on the books, which is quite rare because normally there's like a 2-strike policy. If they miss 2 appointments, they don't see him again. So I was quite surprised why this patient, I'm seeing he missed at least 7-8 appointments easily. And I was wondering, well, how come he's not been taken off the box? It's a bit rare. Long story short, I asked my nurse who told me to speak to practice managers, and she said so they're not allowed to do anything because he's an international spy. And I was like, what? They said, yeah. Apparently, when he missed a couple of appointments, they were going to remove him from the box, but he told receptionist that he actually works for the UK government as an international spy, and sometimes he's sent on missions abroad, short notice, and therefore he has to miss his appointments sometimes, and he can't help it. And if they had a problem with that, they should take it up with the government. Now, the dental practice being a part of a corporate escalated that apparently to HR or something like that, and then they were told that they were not allowed to actually remove him from the box. So he was given like a pass to miss appointments short notice, and he had been doing so. And I thought, that's interesting, because which spy? And I'm basing my spy knowledge on James Bond movies, so I could be wrong here. Right, so which spy goes around telling everyone I'm a spy? But then I thought, you know what, it could be true, because everything's confidential, right? So I thought, wow, I'm cheating a spy, right? And you know, he's a good looking guy, you know. And I thought, yeah. Again, I'm basing my knowledge on James Bond. I thought, yeah, it looks like a bit of a James Bond character, right? And thought, okay, up until this is like a year or so later when I'm about to leave the practice, and I'm seeing him, and coincidentally, he's moving as well to a different city. I'm not going to say which city I was working or where he's moving to, anything like this. So he's moving to a different city. So he was basically saying that he's leaving, and this is going to be his last ever dental appointment with the practice, etc. Right, and I've brought it up. I said, is it because of your job? So long story short, he told me a secret. He goes, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a spy. He goes, what happened was, when they rang him saying that he's on his last warning, it just popped into his head he's going to say that, not thinking that they were going to take it seriously. They have taken it seriously, and he's used it as an excuse ever since. He would just burst out laughing, and I just thought, what a flipping genius. I mean, I don't condone lying to your dentist and any of that. There's obviously all the appointments could go to somebody else. But who thinks of that on top of their head? Do you know what I mean? So ever since then, you know, when whichever practice I work at, whenever they say, oh, we've got, especially corporate practice, oh, we've got like a policy, if they miss 2 appointments within like a certain period, they don't see him again. And in the back of my head, I always think, yeah, unless you're an international spy, then it's all right. Then you can do what you want. But yeah, if you're watching this and you're a patient, I'm not saying this is a good thing to do. I don't think it's going to work anymore. This is a long time ago, a good few years ago now. But yeah, that's my story of me treating an international spy. So yeah.